Hey casuals, it's Jacob here. We are once again in my kitchen studio. Today I wanted to talk about rotation. Rotation is something that we use in our spins and turns and even just walking around in a circle trying to go a different direction. So it's something you really want to learn. Some of the foundational pieces of this can actually really help you out when you're taking lessons and you're trying to understand which direction did this person turn, what kind of turn was it, how much of a turn was it. So we're going to kind of go over some of those small details. It should be rather simple. So first off, I'm talking about which way is right, which way is left. So if I take my right hand and I swing it back, this is rotating to the right. All right, so this would be a rotation to the right. So it's about what shoulder is going to be going backwards, right? So this is my left, I swing it back. That is a rotation to the left. All right, so that's pretty simple. Then we want to talk about degree of rotation, okay? So typically, if we ever talk about how much you are rotating, we are only going to get as small as 1/8 of a turn, right? And it could be as large as saying we are going to rotate a 720 or a 1080. I'm going to spin 3 times on a dime. All right, so to the right, to the left. But we're going to kind of break it down and take it nice and easy because not everybody can turn that much, especially not in the beginning. And you kind of want to see a sort of progression towards getting a full turn and being on different feet and turning different locations. So I digress. First, I'm going to start off on my right foot, and we're only going to do quarter turns and then progress to half turns, 3/4, whole. So I'm on my right foot, and I'm just going to spin, sort of swivel, right? So I'm swiveling to my right, and I'm using the ball of my foot when I swivel. So this part right here is what I'm rotating on. So I lift up my heel to rotate quarter, quarter, quarter. I do it with my left, going to the left, quarter, 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 quarter. So that's your quarter turns. You want to practice those. Those are going to be used all the time. You have half turns, so you're doing a 180. Now, of course, you can actually be on like your right foot, and instead of rotating to the right, you could be doing quarter, 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 quarter to the left, and vice versa on the other foot. You do want to try to practice all the different directions and on different feet. And we have 3/4, right? We have a whole turn, right? It's a little bit difficult to do this in tennis shoes. So those are kind of just your really basic turns. If I were you and I were practicing at home, I would practice with the quarter turns if you're just starting off, right? Just do this little corner, quarter, quarter, go right, go left, use your right foot, use your left foot. And that way when I start talking about like spot turns kind of go quarter turn, 180, right? Quarter turn, 180. Or I could vary it up and I could go quarter, 180, quarter. So you want to be able to understand that so that it makes learning the other steps later on a lot easier. Some of the other foundational things you're going to want to think about, it's a little bit hard to turn if your posture is terrible. I try to just like swing myself around while I'm like hunched over and everything's not all tight, then things are going to be kind of difficult. So you kind of want to make sure you're squeezing your tummy muscles, taking your belly and poking it back towards your spine, lifting yourself up high. All right, so you can do all these turns. But that's all I want to talk about today as far as rotation is concerned. At some point, I will actually demonstrate some of the turns that are going to use quarter and half and turn to the right, the left, use your right foot, your left foot. So thank you for viewing. I will have more content for everybody next week, maybe even before then. So have a great day. I will see you next time.